Ooh, I just did the filthiest burp while that was playing. Lucky for you, you don't hear me, but I feel like there are some more to come. So get lucky, kids. Get lucky is what I'm saying. For anyone who watches this, anyone who's only live, anyone who watches it back later, it's oof. Because I've been eating something with truffle flavor. I don't think it's real truffles, like truffle flavor. And man, that really flavors your burps. That's all I got to say about that. Sorry, I'm just going to look for the history of this cocktail I'm going to make. The Aston, it's a riff on a Rolls Royce. Okay. Okay, so what's a Rolls Royce? Is that a classic? When was that created? Variation on the RAC. Okay, yeah. From the Savoy cocktail book. Okay, that's a bit of history. Home for the elderly. Hello. You get stinky burps from salami. Basically, any very strongly flavored food will give you filthy burps. Filthy. All right. Your dad borrowed a Rolls Royce for a month when his car broke. Make you want to have your car break more often if you could borrow a Rolls Royce. But this is an Aston Martin, and I'd probably choose an Aston Martin over a Rolls Royce. Okay. Getting stuff ready. So, GoPro. Now, what am I doing for this? Is this both the sherries? This is both the sherries. Okay. Ugh. A stirred cocktail. Just put plastic on the floor. It makes a weird noise when I tread on it. Dude. Aston Martin. People think, oh, are you advocating that brand of sherry? It's like, no, that was the cheapest one. Benedictine. Are they still making this, or is it gone forever when I finish this bottle? There's not much left. That was really nice. I should check the website. Okay, saline. Oh, my fucking saline is out in the kitchen. God damn it. All right, I'm going to just. It's probably not necessary, but I'm going to get it. A 5.5 litre engine in a Rolls Royce. Yeah, those are cars. They have an engine that's the size of my entire car. Ah, yes, the big seats, very 8-track player. Hot August night. Good God. Alrighty, that's pretty good. I always say when I forget something, it wouldn't be me if I didn't forget something. Because, Jesus, almost every time I get something I want or need for the stream. Okay, so we are gonna stir this sucker. I think I'm gonna go funky bitters, black walnut. That is very flavoursome bitters. A little bit can actually be too much, but I'm feeling daring. I think it'll go with these flavours. Okay, ready. Here I come now. We want this one, which are 22.5 mil measurements. All right, when I do the professional thing, I will chill my Nick and Nora glass while I'm waiting, because I'm a goddamn professional. Who only remembers to do this some of the time? You're semi-professional. Good. Just to say, not at all professional. Enthusiastic amateur. Okay, let's take the lids off. Gonna make the actual shooting bit as streamlined as possible. Old Tom Gin. Benedictine. That is a satisfying pop. First time I opened that little bottle. Okay. Right. Let's get this show on the road. That looks to boot right. Let's go with that. And 22.5 mils. That's too much. Fuck it, I don't care. Look at the slow motion as it goes everywhere. Oh god, I always forget that. It's still the U-Foods text. We're like 15 mils of Benedictine. Oh, and there's your bitters. Oof. Oh man, this is so aromatic, that bitters. 2 shots of saline. Kokiro. That's the ingredients. Put the lids back on, so there's no disaster if I knock something over. Not that I want to tempt fate. Okay, ice baby. Okay, about to start stirring without putting the camera back on. Let's go. Probably should have had more ice in there, but that's okay. Strain this in. I didn't plan ahead, but I reckon this deserves a cherry. Let's get one. Let's get it. Get it done. Gonna like a CD. Oh, the Pogues. Nice. Fucking stab, motherfucker. All right. Consciously reminding myself. Take a picture for the thumbnail. Little adjustment to make it pretty. All right. That's good. Pretty one. That's pretty strange. Okay, moving the light around. Disco times, we turn the beat around. Cocktail times, we turn the light around. Do. Now I've got that stuck in my head. All right, that'll do. That's ready. G'day, cocktail lovers. This is called an Aston Martin, which is a classic luxury British car. It's a riff on a Rolls-Royce, which was published in the 1930 Savoy cocktail book. So it's an old style cocktail, even though it's a riff on that original 1931, which was probably around for a while before 1930. So inspired by a 100-year-old cocktail, basically. So this is a very boozy number, although it's sherries and liqueur and an old Tom gin. So it's comparatively low alcohol when I say it's boozy, because even the old Tom gin, that tends to be lower alcohol content than most gins. Mind you, you could make this with whatever gin you like, but old Tom gin is the recommended type. This is broadly in the Martini Manhattan family, in that there's a spirit and wines or aromatized wines in here. I'm going to give it a taste to see where I... Words are hard. This fits essentially into the Martini. Wow. Okay, haven't been drinking. This fits broadly into the Martini Manhattan family in that there's a spirit and aromatized the fortified wines in here. I'm going to give it a little taste to see where I think it fits on the spectrum. Ooh, it's reminiscent of a Black Manhattan. The two different sorts of sherry and the Benedictine give it a sort of darker, richer flavors. It's really quite pleasant. This is the sort of drink I associate with the end of the evening. It's a digestivo, or what do you call it? A nightcap. Something that you can feel a little bit sophisticated as you sit after a meal at the end of the night. But I'll show you how to make it. In a mixing glass, put 3/4 of an ounce or around 22.5 mils of Old Tom gin, then 3/4 of an ounce or 22.5 mils of dry sherry, and 3/4 of an ounce or 22.5 mils of sweet sherry. Then 3/4 of an ounce or 22.5 mils of a sweet sherry, and just half an ounce or 15 mils of Benedictine. I'm doing 1 dash of black walnut bitters, and to make the flavors pop, I'm adding 2 drops of saline solution. And as to the glass, stir that for 20 to 25 seconds to chill and dilute the drink. And I'm straining that into a chilled Nicandora glass. And I'm garnishing that with a maraschino cherry on a skewer. The black walnut bitters was a bit of a risky choice on my part. This is a very strongly flavored bitter. I say that in a good way, but it can take over a drink very easily. The recipe I saw said Boker's bitters or another sort of aromatic bitters, which this falls into that family, but on the stronger flavored end of the spectrum. So this is one well worth having in repertoire if you like boozy drinks like old fashions, Manhattans, etc. But you need to experiment a bit because, like I said, a little goes a long way. Often the case with bitters. It's worked really well in this one. It is quite a pleasant drink. Very, like I said, I think this makes you feel relaxed, refined, sit back in a big plush leather armchair and think about the world and think about, maybe I should buy an Aston Martin. No, wait, I don't have that much money. I'll just make the cocktail. The Aston Martin. That's a much more affordable pastime, and I hope if you try it, you enjoy it, and I hope you come back and see me again as I make more cocktails down the line, because I'm always up to something, and I'd love to have you along for the journey. But until I see you again, I'll say cheers. Ooh, wow, that was a lot of difficulty talking for no good reason. Anyway, let's freaking go. Switch a few things off. Okay. Let's switch that big bright light off so we can have some sexy mood lighting. And I get this out of the way. Bring that chair around, put the lid on the cherry jar first. Ooh, spilled cherry syrup everywhere. That's gonna make the desk messy. I should do something about that now. Sorry. I spilled that right where I put my wrist forearm when I'm using my mouse, and no matter how hard I tried to stay conscious of it, I went, no, don't put your wrist. I do it and end up really sticky. Yes, I did the thumbnail. Did you not see me do the thumbnail, or was that from a long time ago? But thank you for reminding me. And hello, Heidi, by the way. What are we saying we've seen? Completed your Star Trek movie collection. Play Search for Spock. Volume 1, okay. Thinking for the Love of Spock, okay. Yeah, so what order do they go in? It's the motion picture, which is fucking terrible. I don't even want to hedge around. Anyone wants to try to, no, it's stupid and ponderous. And there's ridiculously long, boring shots of the ships and stuff because they're super proud of, oh, look, I made a high-tech movie. And no, fuck no. Yeah, hello, Madam Butterfly. Yeah, 2 is Wrath of Khan, which is one of the good ones. which, spoiler alert for a 50-year-old movie, Spock dies. Then there's The Search for Spock, where Spock is resurrected. Is the whale one the fourth one? Because it's also kind of shit. That would be, the whale one would be the fourth one. The fifth one is another one of the good ones, The Undiscovered Country. And then the sixth one is Generations, which is okay, but it's really just a vehicle to go, okay, we're now going to transition from making original cast movies into making next generation movies. And then you get First Contact with the Borg, which is another one of the good ones. And then all the other next generation movies are pretty shit. So yeah, of those, however many movies there were altogether, 10 or whatever, there's 3 or 4 good ones. And the rest are honestly pretty shit. That's pretty good. Don't think it's going to make top 10, but it's not that far off, quite honestly. I think I meant to make it with a drier sherry than the one I used. It is a little bit sweet. Even ones are good, the odd ones are shit. Yeah, I think that makes sense. What I love is even hardcore Trekkies have a hard time defending most of the original cast and next gen movies. J.J. Abrams Generations is not a good one. It's there to do a transition between the original cast and the next generation. I like the J.J. Abrams, although they got less good as they went on. I really liked the first one. The one with Bumble Dick Cabbage Patch playing Khan was good, but not as good. And the third one was a bit, but at least the Beastie Boys saved the universe in that one. In fact, I watched that clip just before the show because that always amps me up. So you go, hey, Pat, how you doing? So, yeah, I forgive a lot in the third J.J. Abrams movie because the Beastie Boys saved the universe. I'm glad you're good, big guy. How's the world been treating you? Wildly entertaining, action-packed crime. I'm a sucker for these headlines, and they know it. It's called Countdown. Okay. Okay, I wanted to open the Discord. Oh God, Ray's posted a photo looking like he's in a really shit mood, got dragged out of bed to do a shift. He does not look happy. Okay, it's Pat's movie review for this week. Pat's movie review for this week is How to Train Your Dragon, which gets a 10 out of 10. So Generations, First Contact, Insurrection, Nemesis. Yeah, no one likes Insurrection or Nemesis. I mean, that's obviously an exaggeration, but I don't often hear people fucking defending them. Pat, you saw that yesterday, How to Train Your Dragon, and it gets a 10 out of 10. Hey, Celtic, how you going? Hey, you might get a package tomorrow, or it might be next week. Whereas the one going over to WA is probably going to take until at least halfway through next week to get there. because it's going by horseback or something. Yeah, I mean, it's the really. We had this discussion. I thought they were failures, but they've been making money with these live action, CGI remakes, and it's a simple equation, particularly for the big studios. If something makes money, they're just going to keep doing it and running it into the ground. Yeah. I don't think I've seen any of them, any of these remakes. It's the whole thing. I love that. You have 10 minutes to go. I like that. I like what they did in that character. Oh, man. Settle in the movie, wash over you. Fair enough. I see overall like Generations. Make a spat between Picard and Worf happen. Respect that. I mean, I didn't hate Generations. It's not like a really bad one. The whale one has some funny stuff in it, but it's fairly shit. And those last two next gen ones, Insurrection and Nemesis, are fucking terrible. Hey, John. Well, why are they doing the remakes? Because they are very unimaginative. And yeah, someone in my mind, they said, hey, these movies, animated movies that were popular in the 90s, all the millennials who grew up with them have kids now. Let's remake them. And they're making money, so they're going to keep doing it. Hello, Justin, by the way. The title, Rich People and Bigots Freaking Out Soothes My Soul. That's about the Democratic primary for New York mayor race, and which the Democratic establishment pushed the absolute piece of shit Andrew Cuomo, and an independent, self-described socialist born in Uganda with an Indian Muslim dad, and he's a Muslim, and he's got a wacky name, and he won easy. And the mainstream Democrats and the conservatives freaking out like Trump fair shit himself. It was hilarious. But yes, a foreign-born Muslim who calls himself a socialist stands a very good chance of being the next mayor of New York City. And all the weird fuck-ups are freaking the fuck out. Like, just, I mean, okay, it's no surprise with conservatives. They've just gone, the whole thing with Trump is they feel vindicated in just being mask-off racists. On trivia, just in New York had preferential voting for the first time. There you go. We shall see. But yes. Right, so you become a professional with sourcing stock for your shop home for the elderly. $4 hours a week looking for stock. Nice. Well, and it's paying off. You got yourself a little niche. It's a good thing to have in this world. You even get stuff from Japan. Okay. Nice. Like, I'm wearing a tropical shirt. I wasn't intending I just randomly picked a couple of drinks from my list. $700 last week in sales. Nice. Nicely done. I should get my list. Trello. I feel like wearing this. Maybe I should change my plan and actually do a tropical drink. What tropical drink was on my list? A Brazilian Contessa. What's in that? Cachaça Portuguesa. That is not very tropical. Clegonite. What's Clegonite? Sake. Sweet vermouth. That is also not tropical. Cafe Island is not tropical. Beadleston. That doesn't sound tropical. It is not. Scotch. Oh, a Mexican Contessa. Had a Brazilian Contessa? Mexican Contessa. So not tropical. A Mickey Finn? Sherry Clover Club. A New Ceremony. What's in that? No, that's whiskey. A Frank Morgan. What's a Frank Morgan? Rum and sherry. God, I like the sound of that, and I've got my sherry out. Not that it's tropical, but just because I've got the sherry out, I feel like making that, actually. I think that's named after the guy who played the Wizard of Oz in the classic movie. And it's like there's been all these weird spin-offs and mutations of the Wizard of Oz, but no one's been game to do an actual remake. It's Carroll Gardens, another rye whiskey one. Mac Pineapple. Scotch whiskey, pineapple liqueur, peated whiskey, ginger liqueur, lemon juice. Should I do that tomorrow? I'm not going to be wearing a tropical shirt tomorrow. A sherry brandy old fashioned. Treaty of Lyon. What's in that? God damn it. Man, I do not get many tropical drinks. Here we go. White rum, falernum, lime juice. Bittersweet aperitivo. Tour le Carbe. Stupid Cupid. That's such a fun name for a drink. That's why I would have written it down. Because it's just a fun name. Stupid Cupid. Tour le Carbe. I should do that. That's at least vaguely tropical while I'm wearing a tropical shirt. Thank you, Kelty. It's a sexy thing. Nice. Good profits on the shop. It's a good home business, home for the elderly. John, if they remade The Wizard of Oz, they'd get Jack Black to play all the roles. Oh my God. Don't say that around Hollywood people, John. They'll fucking do it. They would literally go, that's an awesome idea. They would absolutely do it. And honestly, it is not the worst idea I've ever had. I wouldn't watch it, but just from a purely commercial point of view, I was like, damn. Are you sure you're not a Hollywood producer, John? Because that is a very Hollywood pitch you just did. Remake The Wizard of Oz with Jack Black playing the Lion, the Tin Man, and the Scarecrow. Oh my God. That concept is actually doing my head in. I swear to God, if that movie comes out, I'm going to call you a witch. My God. That would, yeah. Oof. That just sounds too much like a conservative studio trying to recycle known IP. All right, I need to look up how you meant to present this cocktail I just found. It's called again the Tour Le Carbe. Why is it called that? I need to know more about this. Looking it up. Tour Le Carbe. Okay, so we serve that up. What's the background for this one? Modern tropical cocktails. Gentian. Okay, I want to find out the substitute for soothes. Salas, Cokie Americano. Okay. I'm going to use my grapefruit aperitivo. Flavory dishes. What tastes like it? I'm going to look at one more sauce. Citrus notes, herbaceous qualities, alcohol content. No, I don't want other bitter aperitifs. Yeah, that's what I've heard. You could just do Campari. Okay, I'm sticking with my substitute because while I have a lot of booze, I do not have that particular one. Okay, and we serve that up again. So I'm just going to reuse the same glass. Slightly less washing up for me. I mean, I just stacked the dishwasher. But it's one of my jobs, or I've self-nominated for that job. Oh, wait, what was the garnish on this? Lime wheel. I've got dehydrated lime wheels. I'm going to do that. I have to get... Okay, I wasn't planning to make this. I have to go get lime juice. All right. See, like, how many times do I say it wouldn't be me if I didn't forget something? Well, I didn't. It's not so much I forgot this, but I changed my mind of what I'm going to do. Yes, Safa. The U-Foods SMS came a while back. Mind you, you know what? I should order my U-Foods. How about that? Play along at home. I have a no. U-Foods. Wait, am I logged in on this or what? Wait, why is it not doing the freaking... Okay, I'm not logged in on this one. Why the fuck is there not a fucking login function on this? Okay, U-Foods is shitting me up the wall. That's not going to happen. I'm going to do that tomorrow. It's shitting me up the wall. Unless I was logged in on the other browser. Let me just check. Okay, why the fuck was that login button not visible on this browser? Okay, you gotta excuse me for a second. This is something like fucking doing my head in. Okay, that's fucking stupid, and I don't understand. Anyway, okay, look, I'm going to try. I'm going to try. Let's see if it knows me. Yes, okay. Okay, play along at home. Now look at what the foods are. Did I get shadow banned, Zafa? Worse things happen at sea. Right, where are we? Window. Right, so it's going to default to a bunch of shit I don't want. I have got to edit the meals. Okay, no, I don't want satay chicken. No, I don't want peppercorn beef. No, I don't want roast chicken. I've never ordered these things. I do actually get that one. Creamy garlic chicken, yeah. No, I don't want that Italian lamb thing, whatever the fuck that is. Creamy chicken carbonara, I do get. No, I don't want that one. Fried chicken and gravy, that's one of my favorites. We get that. Roast lamb ginger gravy, no. Lamb, beef. I don't know this high protein bullshit. Pesto chicken, that seems to be a new one. Sweet potato mash and peas. Philly beef pasta with cheesy sauce. That's wait, that's high prep. No, God, no, that's more expensive. I don't want that. They're fucking charging extra for it. American style chicken and potato salad. Creamy parmesan chicken. No, I don't really like that one. Honey mustard chicken, peri peri chicken, Japanese pork, butter chicken. I might get. We'll see what else. I do like a nice simple spaghetti bolognese and lasagna. Lebanese chicken shawarma with roast potatoes and spicy sour cream. I mean, maybe Portuguese chicken and spiced rice. Chicken penne with sun-dried tomato. Chicken and cashew. Oh, I like that shredded beef ravioli, actually. Chicken katsu curry. Maybe. Texas barbecue chicken, a new one. Sweet potato and bacon salad. Ooh, do I want to try something new? Creamy coconut chicken with fried shallots. Goodness. Lots of chicken dishes. Red curry pork, Thai green fish, Italian fish. I don't like fish. We're in the fish zone. I feel like I should get something vegetarian. Mushroom and cheese tortellini. And that's it. 7 meals. I'm done. I'm not doing any add-ons. Fuck yeah. All right. There you go. That was all the fun and excitement of me ordering my YouFood meals for next week. For dinner tonight, Safa, I had a pasta bake that I made, with various components from the supermarket. I got a little bit creative. All right. Now, having done that, I'm going to dash out and get some lime juice. This next one is just a short cocktail. Not that last one was very long, honestly. What are we? Okay, 8:40. All right, let's go. All right. Ooh, I just had an idea for potentially complicating this cocktail, and why not? Okay. Left my phone here. To Le Cave. I want the Falernum and the Aperitivo. Falernum. Into the mysterious about mystery and the Aperitivo. Okay. Got to put the Benedictine away. Yeah. Right. Put the all-time gin back. Have to go back on the marionette side and see if we'll sell that. And get these sherries out of the way. 4 drops of saline. Okay. Put the sherries over here. Keep them out of trouble. Thanks, Safa. I don't actually need more ice. I have a lot of ice. But thank you for looking out for me. Okay. For learning. What do I want? White rum. Just go bricks. That's fine. White rum. All right. I'm doing some lids. These bitters out of the way. All right, 60 mils white rum. Lots of rum, lots of rum. Let's learn that to do slightly overfilled it, but that's okay. Have you ever seen a jellyfish? That shit's crazy. No, wait, I apparently have not tightened this up enough. As the actress said to the bishop. Okay, getting there. Okay. All good in the hood. Let's rock and or roll. Okay, white rum. Num. Spill. Llama juice. It's sweet aperitivo. And 4 drops of saline. Okay. Ingredients done. So, this is a shaky cake cocktail. Because of the lime juice. Because that's what convention dictates. Just make sure I've got this glass in a good spot. That's good. Let's go. Now the really undignified chicken. Your booty. Take your booty. A really confident bartender shakes one handle. I'm not that confident. I'm worried it's going to fly apart. Strain. twist of citrus. Okay. So bring this camera out. Put the light over here. Sing a little song while you do it. Okay, so turn on the audio. Turn on the video. Okay, is that all good? That's all good. Let's go. G'day cocktail lovers. This is a modern tiki recipe called the Tour Le Corbeille, which I'm probably pronouncing wrong, but that's the way it goes. Or c'est la vie, as the French say. So one of the big twists in this is a bitter element. The original recipe was calling for soothes or Argentine liqueur, but I was looking it up. A good substitute is bittersweet aperitivo like Aperol or even Campari. I'm using an Australian bittersweet aperitivo, a grapefruit base. I think that's going to go nicely. I'm going to give it a taste. Oh, and that little bitter element is actually giving it quite a nice variety from a standard tiki drink. I'll show you how to make it. In a shaker, put 2 ounces or 60 mils of white rum, then 3/4 of an ounce, around 22.5 mils of falernum, 3/4 of an ounce or 22.5 mils of lime juice, then half an ounce or 15 mils of a bittersweet aperitivo. And to make the flavors pop, I'm adding 4 drops of saline solution. Add ice to the shaker, shake that for 10 to 15 seconds to chill and dilute the drink. And I'm straining that into a chilled Nick and Nora glass. I'm garnishing it with a twist of citrus. This has very daiquiri-like vibes, but just that little addition of the bittersweet element really gives it an additional boost, slightly reminiscent of a jungle bird as well. So if you like experimenting, I think you might like this. It's called a Tour Le Corbeille and is very tasty. Cheers. All right, put all the freaking lids back on because I forgot to put them back on. And I want to avoid a disaster. We don't want any disasters. And I think there's a bit more in here. It's probably mostly water, but that won't do me any harm. Just maxing it out. Okay. Keep her down. Down, deeper and down. Getting down, deeper and down. I just thought of something that still amuses me. Like, was it like a decade or more ago? Coles started doing advertising with Down Down and a really shitty cover version of the old Status Quo song, Down Down. And the Status Quo apparently so like, oh yeah, you licensed our song and you've got some shitty cover version. Why didn't you get us to do it? And Cole's like, would you do that? And I mean, yep, for money. And so they actually had an ad with Status Quo in it, which I find hilarious. I was already had a conversation about your life tending bar. Well, at least you did real work home for the elderly. My pixelated, yeah, I get the warning all the fucking time now. Yes, Celtic, you get to see the behind the scenes, that I make mistakes, that I lie, and I'm wearing my PJ bus. No, see, Safra, I've had something for a while now where I get my bandwidth warning for virtually the whole stream, but most people say it's okay most of the time, so I don't know, we'll just take it as it comes. It is true, though, when something happens when you're watching a stream, there's about a million things that could be causing it. Slight exaggeration, but at least 10, I reckon. So, yes, problem could be my end, problem could be your end. Goes through so many junction, who the fuck knows? All right. So, okay, everyone's getting. Okay, I don't know what the fuck the problem is. Just making sure it's not using Wi-Fi. Okay, I hope I actually don't kill the stream when I do this. My internet access. No, not Bluetooth. Okay. Wi-Fi is available, but I don't think I'm using it. Yeah, I think I'm using Ethernet. The problem's at my end. All right. Internet options. What? General security connections. No, that's I don't want VPN. I want you to tell me if you're using fucking Wi-Fi. I suppose I could just shut off Wi-Fi. Oh, how lengthy is your cable, Safa? That's what she said. Mine probably is 20 meters, actually. Yeah. Right, I'm going to do one more thing. What was I doing? Sorry, I'm picking up. So someone. There's one person in a neighborhood who likes doing a funny Wi-Fi name. Their Wi-Fi is called "I did your Wi-Fi last night in 5G." Spoke to VD's being a bit more rational. I hope so, man. I hope he's settling down with the place. Okay, I'm going to try one more thing. Oh wait, I think I just switched Wi-Fi off then. Because it would be weird if the Wi-Fi was actually faster. All right, this could be a terrible mistake. I think it's just my internet generally. Did anything change just then? I just think my internet's been shit for the last week, or I don't know, StreamYard's being shit. I don't know. I don't know which it is. All right, I'm going to switch the Wi-Fi off. Okay, no difference. You know what? I'm just, what am I doing here? At the risk of fucking things up even further, I'm going to do a speed test. Because I don't know why this has suddenly started performing like shit. It's like the last 2 weeks. Go. Okay. Is this going to make my connection actually worse as it uses some bandwidth to do a speed test? Yep, the download is shit. It's less than half what it should be. Oh my god, it's getting worse. Up. Oh yeah, it's fucking terrible. What is causing this? God, does Ethernet cable get old and stop working? That's fucking terrible. That's about a quarter of what it should be. Jesus. Okay, asking the brains trust. What could be causing that? Got down, prices are down, stuck again. That's on me. Oh. Down, my internet speeds are down. Which is pretty gosh darned frustrating. I'm very annoyed with it at the moment. Oh, actually, look at this. Got to remember to shake my jam cocktail. Okay, it's a very dark one, this one. Lily Pilly jam. Ooh, I have to come up with a name for that, actually. I've been trying to work out if Lily Pilly is an indigenous name. What does it mean? Ability, we're contesting it. Is it okay, Safa? I'm of the opinion if it's not fully plugged in, it just wouldn't work. I like that, Hardy. Rats used to chew through cables, but they made the sleeves taste yucky, so rodents won't chew them. So I get a new mobile. I haven't had a new mobile for years. I think my iPhone's 3 or 4 generations old. It is what it is. Yeah, okay. I think if I remember, I need to test my internet speeds out in the lounge room. And if they're right, then I think, I don't know, the cable's just gone fucked. And I need a new cable. It's like, gosh dang. So I suppose, yeah, that's a job for me tomorrow. And if the speeds out there are shit, then I call Telstra and go, yo, Telstra, what the fuck? Yeah, I think the flakiness. No, well, see, I'm getting the warning. You don't see it, I don't think, but I get a little warning on my screen here with the mirror thing. Maybe it's here on yours, but I get a warning here that my signal's fucked, and it's just been on constantly for a couple of weeks, and yeah, it could be the whole street. No hiccups. Yeah, who the fuck knows? Who the fuck knows? But if I remember, I will test the speed tomorrow in the lounge room. Yeah, no, I didn't think you'd see it. Telstra will say restart. Maybe, actually, Safi, you're not wrong there. Maybe I should just do that as a precaution tomorrow. When I first get up, switch off the magic IT solution, switch it off and switch it on again. So, damn. Not a terrible idea, actually, to do that. If I remember when I finish tonight, I'll actually test the speed out there. But yeah, just the last couple of weeks, like literally a week or two, I've had the warning about my bandwidth on the entire time on the stream, and that never used to happen. But yeah, if there's no problem with the speed out in the lounge room, then the modem's not the problem. it would suggest the cable's the problem. Maybe I need to go and buy a new cable. Madam Butterfly, your internet was out for 12 hours. Blame Trump. Definitely. Not even joking, actually. He's destroying the FCC in the US. Modems get drunk, being off to... Yeah, I know. Apparently it clears their little computer brains out if you switch them off occasionally. Clears their caches. They do a hard reset. Yeah, well, it's fine. Safa, how old is the cable? Excellent question. Like 8 years? I assume we put this cable in when we first moved in here. So that would make it 8 years old. Oh, yeah. With Trump angry, heading off to his helicopter and saying to some media people, what did he say? He's talking about someone saying they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. It's pretty funny. Okay, I'm going to be good and have some mineral water. Actually, let's get the breathalyzer out. I'm going to do its little countdown. I'm going to get some mineral water. Down to the last couple of cans. I'll have to see if it's on special in the supermarket. Oh, Hannah, you've got a new hyperfixation crochet pattern. Rubber ducks, nice. Okay, breath test time. .03. I'm still legal. Okay. Not that I'm driving anywhere. Didn't think I was over .05. Well, you're doing an end of financial year sale. Nice. Hannah, I need a police hat, red and blue lights. Yeah. Ooh. Wow. There actually used to be a police hat in the cupboard from a fancy dress thing young Mr. Angry did years ago. And with all the hats. That's why Abigail called it the sex hat cupboard. Because she thought it was for sex role play. I think I threw them out. Ah, that's nice. Soph likes two things: caring for people and video games. I'm sure she's good at both. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I chucked all these costumes out. Just some old T-shirts of mine. What the fuck is that? Oh, braces. Yep. Yes, I think I threw all the sex hats out. Mysterious cabinet mystery. Yep, I threw out all the sex hats. So I don't have a police hat anymore. I just have a Luigi hat. Does it make sense to have Luigi breathalyze me? Oh, it's like the third thing. Your dick. Nice. Celtic, they've got to be extra large if you send penny hats. How do you reckon the Luigi hat works? All right. From now on, I'll wear the Luigi hat when I breathalyze. Madam Butterfly, a talking, swearing breathalyzer test. So, like, when you get a low reading, it goes, you're not even close to drunk. Drink more, you fucking lightweight. And then when you blow a really high level, it's like, whoa, dude, you are so fucked. Anyway, 0.14 is officially Tim Smithed. And I won't reach that tonight. Tomorrow night, that's a whole different thing. Oh God, Rays. Oh, you look so fucking miserable in that photo you posted on Discord. Too fucking cold. Celtic, I am sure people dress up as Mario and Luigi for sex. Definitely. And a nasty breathalyzer. If you return a low reading, fucking hell, mate, you even trying? Yeah, and then you get to like 0.15. Yeah, that's more fucking like it. Keep going. Crime games and Minecraft. I agree with Home Elder. What are crime games? Do you mean like Grand Theft Auto 5? Raise, you stand in here, locals drink and do your job for you. Nice. Triple the limits. Oh, you're fucked, cunt. So that's 0.15 triple. And then you get to 0.2, which is where you're starting to get dangerous. Oh, God, you're cunted, mate. You're fucking munted. Ray's being paid to watch Carlton get beat. Nice. Good stuff. Oh, trying to be good and drink mineral water. Oh, I was thinking to do a squeeze of actual juice in there. I always do a squeeze of citrus, lemon or lime in my Pepsi Max. I quite like that. So she did some in the mineral water to see if that's good too. Oh, so Celtic, you literally did mean the crime game, GTA, True Crime. Oh, have you played any of the Mafia games? Like I played Mafia 3, came out about the same time as GTA 4. And I really enjoyed it. So if you like crime games and you haven't played Mafia 3, Celtic, I'm recommending it. How do you treat yourself to your hair? Nice. Getting your hair done. Yeah, no. If that's what puts you in a good space, do it. You get sad when you see money leaving your bank account. Damn. Your laptop and your phone. Okay, that's getting tough there. Oh yeah, Celtic. So okay, Mafia 3 is probably dirt cheap. I played it on the PS4. But yeah, Mafia 3 was enjoyable because you get to make all these choices and it really has an effect on the gameplay. Like when you win new territory, you put particular people in charge, and I did it really fairly, but I suspect if you don't do it fairly, it causes trouble. Sometimes I feel like I want to replay it and distribute the territories really unfairly and see what problems it causes. Oh yeah, Hannah, if the fresh air improves the mental health, do it. Yes, but doing 3,500 in 1 week is pretty intense. I got what hurt me is I had to pay $900 on my insurance. I was like, oh fuck, okay. That's the way it goes, I guess. Spend all the money here. Yeah, I've been going to the same guy barber for so long, so many years. He charges me less than he charges other people. Like, getting my hair and beard trimmed charges like $55 instead of $75. So he's a good egg. In Burke Street in the city. Safa, I haven't played video games properly. I played Red Dead. Yeah, well, you've seen me sometimes on the stream. I get bored, particularly on nights when there's not many people here. I'll fire up Red Dead and go on a murder spree. see how big a pile of body of dead cops I can make. Hannah, so to be fair, salon, hairdresser, the year, fashion week, nice. That's treating yourself. So little leaders that not have had a haircut. I don't think I've had haircuts at night. Although, have you ever done that thing where you like go past a hairdressing salon and it's like 9 or 10 at night and someone's getting their fucking hair done in there? That's wild. So Hannah, you lighten your hair twice a year. Ooh, 650. Damn. Yeah, okay. Lady hair, that's full on. Oh, Kelsey, Red Dead Redemption 2, single greatest video game ever made. It's incredible. It's such an emotionally involving story. You feel for the character. Arthur, you feel for him so much. Poor fucker gets tuberculosis. I feel like your Barbara loves it because you talk movies, video games, get super excited. Pay 20 for your haircut. Nice. And your hairdresser's open till 9, 4 days a week. Okay. You know, I've seen people getting their hair done really late at night. It's like, okay, sure. My guy's just like a barbershop in Burke Street in the city. I'm pretty sure he's not open late. It's good though. I think he's Eastern European. He's somewhere from the Mediterranean, like Lebanon, through to Eastern Europe. I've never asked him. Actually, I reckon I have asked him and forgot because I'm a dead shit. But you know. Safa. Well, here's the funny thing. Red Dead Redemption 1 actually happens after Red Dead Redemption 2. And I don't think Arthur is mentioned in Red Dead Redemption 1. I'm waiting for the remaster of Red Dead Redemption 1 to get cheap, because it's not. Is that butterfly headed talking breathalyzer when you're in your 20s and 30s? Mine would just say, soft cock, why aren't you drinking? I did not drink alcohol in my 20s and 30s. I love that the idea you're getting your haircut and you're geeking out on your film stuff. Yeah. And it makes sense if you work business hours. Yeah, that's the thing. People who have no flexibility in their day job have to find a hairdresser that's open late. Yeah. Well, Safa, it's not. Red Dead Redemption 2 is actually a prequel to Red Dead Redemption, which is trippy. And they are doing a 3. I have no idea what they'll do for it. Yeah, so if I only get stuff on special, mate. Honey, Aussie breathalyzers should just have 2 answers. Oh, yes! No, yeah, or yeah, no. Whether or not you can drive. And it's like, should I have another drink? I'm going to drive home. And if you're not going over there, you want to go, no, yeah. And if you're already munted, it goes, yeah, nah. It's the only 2 things it should say. You're right, Hannah. Kelsey, you don't pay for a barber? Oh, nice. Your mum cut your hair. Went to a barber's paid for by your boss. Second one's paid for. That's all good, man. You have your long, luxurious locks anyway, Kelsey. Like, I grew mine reasonably long over COVID. Like, when I see some old videos, my hair's down to about here. And that trips me out. I was going, man, I'd let that get really long. I've been getting it cut progressively shorter. I got it cut last week. At some point, I might go really, like I can still tie this back. There's enough hair back here. I can tie it back in a little ponytail. Could I do a top knot? Do you remember when top knots were a thing? I'm going to try it. Can I do a top knot? And my hair at the back's not really, okay, my fringe is not really long enough to, I kind of could do a top knot. Kinda. So if you grow your beard in winter, cut it in summer. Yeah, I don't. Yes, hopefully mine is, speaking one, is have another cocktail and Tim Smithed. Well, that's probably for tomorrow night. Hannah Keys moved to the bush. Dad went from working on flashy cruise ships, being very schmicked, to looking like he's been missing. The bush, no one gives a fuck. I remember I was reading something. It was like a musician moved to a regional area outside of Melbourne, and he's just like, oh, you see people, locals are getting mullets, and at first you get one ironically, but then it's just like, yeah, no, this is a good haircut. I'm getting mullets from now on. Celtic, younger teenage 20s. I had long hair once when I was at college. I grew my hair for about a year. So I had long hair for like 1 year. But that was it. Then I just had really short hair. And it's not date night this week either, Safa. Oh, jeez, I know you live in the regional area, Safa. But yeah, the COVID growth was the longest I've ever grown my hair. So Hannah, your dad gets his hair and beard trimmed, come to the city, complains his partner makes him wear real pants, not work pants, when they come to Brisbane. Oh my God. Oh, we're doing F1 talk. Remember that Pistari has teams backing for the championship. Oh, nice. From Schumacher. Oh. F1 gossip. Noise. Actually, this mineral water tastes nice with a little bit of extra citrus in it. I love Heidi and Safa doing F1 talk. I know those names, but I have no idea of the implications of what you're talking about. You love lockdown. It's coming to an end. Everyone was like, give me a 2-week buffer of looking shit. I need the appointments. Yeah, because the longest lockdowns went for a fucking while, and everyone went a bit fucking feral. Like, I had a Facebook memory recently of one of our longer lockdowns coming to an end. It was just like, oh man, we're going to go out. This is going to be fucking weird. F1 rumors. It's a slow news day. Yes, well, as my slightly obscure title for this one is a big news day in the US. African-born Muslim socialist got the Democratic nomination to run for mayor of New York. Conservatives will lose their fucking mind. And you missed the federal lockdown state. There was, oh my God, there were pluses to lockdowns, is all I'm going to say. Whether you wanted a long lockdown? Yeah, well, WA, you just said people couldn't go there. You hardly had any lockdowns. I don't think we had an 8-month lockdown, Safa. It was the longest one when Dan was trying to get the case count down to 0, and the fuckers were all going, stop talking shit, that's not possible. And it happened. We got the case count down to 0. How do you work through lockdown? So you loved it because there were less people and you had an acceptable reason to stay home. Yeah. Lots of introverts really enjoyed it. I fucking love working from home. Mrs. Angry and I. See, so maybe I don't think we were locked down that whole time. Maybe I'm thinking of the severe ones with fucking curfews and shit. What happens if I look at longest lockdown Melbourne? See, my brain refuses to fucking remember anything. 111 days. So what's that? That's less. Well, it's only just less than 4 months. 10 months after it ended, another 77 days. We had 6 lockdowns totaling 262 days. So our longest lockdown was 111 days. Damn. That was the one to get the case count down to 0. And it fucking worked. So that 3.5 months. Fuck me. That's still pretty long. Hey Greg, how you doing? Yes, Melbourne had more days of lockdown than anywhere in the world. By most reports anyway. And it's just like, the fact that we're on a fucking razor's edge where way worse fucking pandemics could happen like that. Like people don't realize that we're playing Russian roulette with 4 bullets in the chamber. Pig farms and poultry farms are the highest risk elements. But Jesus, start a lockdown in Sydney, Australia. Oh, well, because there was a Liberal Party government, they wouldn't do it properly. Rich Prick's not looking down. Hey, my neighbours were having their kids and grandkids over during lockdown. I didn't rat them out, but it's a whole thing. How do you think 4's a conservative estimate for the Bulletin Chamber? Maybe I'm being conservative, yeah. Yeah, the avian influenza is a big risk, and poultry farms are a fucking death wish, quite honestly. All right. Clarified cocktail time. I was good and had my mineral water. Oh no, Super Baby has COVID. All right, I have faith in Super Baby fighting off COVID. Yes, egg prices went up because tens of thousands of chickens were euthanized because of the avian flu. It's on award on Tuesday night for support. Yeah, that, precautions for Super Baby by all means. It's got respiratory illness and cyclone. Damn. Smiles away. Good on you, Super Baby. Oh, Celtic. It's like Hannah is an auntie to a baby that had to have like open heart surgery when Super Baby was born, and just the fact Super Baby's been through more medical procedures in the first month of life than most humans have in their life. Super Baby. Celtic. Sorry, hopefully I'll just say there are more chickens, but the prices haven't gone down. Yeah, we're looking at like $1 an egg almost. Oh, my fucking God, that's a good cocktail. Yes, the baby is super Celtic, hence Super Baby. Yes, it was the whole stream was giving Super Baby positive vibe for weeks while they went through the surgeries. So yeah, Hannah, his nephew, fatal heart defect, 2 surgeries before he's 2 weeks old. 100% fine now, has a cool scar. Yeah, you got to go glass half full with these things. And also, he's Super Baby. Fucking yum. Just one of the star's long-running characters of the stream. It's the lore of the stream that not everyone knows. A beginning of his supervillain origin story. I mean, yeah, that works. A cool scar is a good thing. It's the villain who's got the thing. It's like They cut my heart out. I have no heart. I am pure evil now. That was in Duster, a series I've been watching. Uh, this guy's like a crime boss's son, had open heart surgery. And then another thing, there was a confrontation with the Russian gangster who thought maybe he was watching it. And this one guy bluffed and went, "You think he's soft? Look, like some guy tried to cut him in half and he kept fighting." And he ripped open his shirt, and the open heart surgery scar, he's saying he just got in a fight with another gangster and the guy tried to gut him, and it was like he just kept fighting. Yeah, you got a scar. You can make up a cool story. So yeah, I thought you'd know it. Hannah, TGA, transposition of great arteries. 30 babies a year have it. His type. Wow, so Super Baby, very unique. Oh, I know some parents hate when you say very unique because technically that's not possible. There's just unique. So I'm just going to say Super Baby, very exceptional, very special, and super. So if you're watching The Acolyte, yeah, what was interesting, apparently Acolyte was super expensive to make. I enjoyed The Acolyte. Jedi being dickholes. And then they said they weren't going to make any more, but I don't know, a bunch of behind the scenes talk now. They say there will be a season 2 of The Acolyte. Probably not till next year, though. But then the word got out, apparently Andor season 2 was super expensive to make. So Super Baby's got a straight line from between his collarbone to the bottom of his ribs. 4 keyhole scars in a line horizontally across his stomach. Nice. I love that, like, it's got the guy from Squid Game in it, and he learned English just for that role. Like, he didn't know how to speak English before they cast him, and he took intensive English language classes. So if you love the Senate building in Andor 2, I freaking loved all of Andor 2. Home for the Elderly, a terribly fucked up Jackie Chan movie. I mean, that's an appealing pitch. What was in the terribly fucked up Jackie Chan movie? And you got sad news. Friend's daughter gave us a lot of comfort about being in long-term hospital. Oh no, that is sad. No, great. I love that stuff. And Disney gets their money back on Andor too. You sub just to watch it. Cool. Heart of the Dragon. I am not familiar with the fucked up Jackie Chan movie, Heart of the Dragon. Oh, it's got Sammo Hung in it. Okay. I need to taste some things. This is a spiced brandy liqueur I made and barrel aged, and I tasted it's yum. And someone might be getting it. Yes, the Asian Jedi lead. He's the lead guy in Squid Game. And he learned English just for the role. Thank you, Hannah. Lee Jung-jae. I'm pronouncing it wrong, I'm sure. So, Hannah, Jackie Chan movie, 1985. Jackie Chan's taken his second attempt at breaking into the American market with Protector and Danny Aiello. Yeah. Yeah, he had such a hard time getting in the American market. Although I have to admit, I liked Rumble in the Bronx. That bottle looks like a pirate bottle. That had a South American spirit in it originally. Upon the return, he has something to prove. Oh my god, that's so fucking good. Fucking yeah. Wants to prove he's an actor, not just a kung fu kick dude. Yeah, speaking about people who learned English for roles, that's Jackie Chan. Although I don't think he learned as much English as the Squid Game guy did. Hey, Kevin, how you doing, mate? Haven't seen you in a while. Been keeping busy, my son? Jackie Chan's playing a cop who gets accepted to the Navy, and he's super excited. Sorry, Kevin, we're getting a plot description of a weird 80s Jackie Chan movie that I'm not very familiar with. Yes, you were born in Russia or Ukraine, Safa? And learn English? But yeah, it's much harder for an adult than a kid. Yes, Safa, you English good, bro. One day me speak pretty. Oh. I know, Hannah. That's why we need Home for the Elderly to give us more details on weird 80s Jackie Chan movie. It's not an old-fashioned. It is a spiced brandy liqueur I made. And it's super fucking good. Someone may or may not be getting a sample of it in the mail. Speak like Yoda, I do. Nicely done, Safa. Gosh darn it. So I actually just, before bedtime, I wanted to compare two liqueurs I made. That one, which I'm tasting, and this one, which is actually a blend of whiskey, rum, and brandy. Let me taste that. No, you type the next line. Oh, wait. What, are you being censored, Home for the Elderly? Are you saying something dodgy? Hannah, speak Aussie, just got to give a real nasal screeching. Yeah, mumble something as many fucks as you can. Yeah, I was thinking about it earlier. I can try to have proper elocution and not fall into the stereotypes that some foreigners have of an Australian accent. But when I relax, I say things like wine rather than wine. Wine. That's a classic Australian wine. What are you doing, mate? You're having some wine. And what's the one the Americans got fixated on a couple of years ago? Australians don't say no, they say nah. And it's not even, no, it's not nah. They heard when Australians are saying no as N-A-U-R, and I get it. Some people's accents do basically sound like that. And if you speak like that, intelligent sound Australian sound educated. Yes, well, I mean, I was just got told I sounded gay. People fairly regularly ask where you're from because I think I'm foreign born or grew up overseas. Yes, imagine someone who speaks like me in Dubbo. It causes quite a furor. Okay, that one's more subtle. That brandy one that I just had, the spicy notes, the baking spice notes, cinnamon and stuff like that, it's sharper, and yeah, I maybe prefer that actually. Last line is in dis. Wow. Okay, now I need to know what you were saying that YouTube wouldn't let you put it in a fucking comment. Oh, awesome. Heiny posted a picture of his Star Trek stuff. Wait, I think. Oh no! I saw you did it to me in a message. Okay, so Jackie Chan. Oh, right. His brother. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So you're using the. Okay. You're trying to say he's mentally retarded, but you mean just in the medical sense, not in the insult sense. No, don't know people pronounce, but it's like the more you get there, people talk a little bit like this, and you go around like this. Andy, Babylon 5 better than Star Trek. Honestly, I don't think many people will argue with you in terms of storyline and plot. Not necessarily acting, because there's some dodgy fucking acting in Babylon 5. But in terms of storyline and plot and character development, I don't think many people would argue with you that Babylon 5 is better than Star Trek. So, Jackie Chan's brother character wears overalls with nothing underneath, walks around with a toy with rings on it. Oh dear. Yeah, I guess. Oh, Home Fidelity, you're a Stargate fan. Okay. Tell you what I love. I love the original Stargate movie with Kurt Russell and James Spader. I genuinely like it. I don't hate the series because there's various Stargate series. Don't hate them. I genuinely love the movie with Kurt Russell and James Spader because that was just weird and trippy and freaky and like, what the fuck is happening here? Glad to vindicate you, Andy, by the way. The politics in Babylon 5 was fascinating. Okay, the more I have of my spiced liqueur, it's fucking yum. I always feel slightly weird when there's a concoction of mine and I say, this is fucking awesome. I feel a little bit pained. Andy, you love the series because of MacGyver. And this just gives me flashbacks to when that dude was on The Simpsons because Patty and Selma love MacGyver. And he's at Springfield for their Bimon Sci-Fi Con, where he gets kidnapped and he tells Patty and Selma how much he hates MacGyver. Very funny. Hope you like Stargate Atlantis. Again, didn't hate Stargate Atlantis. Gave us Jason Momoa. Safa, yeah, I just decided to start posting pictures again because I hadn't done it for a while. And I've got all these old street art pictures on my phone. Like, a lot of them are months old. They won't be there anymore. I never posted them. Yes, I agree, Andy. The MacGyver episode of The Simpsons was very funny. When both Patty and Selma and MacGyver were getting sort of somewhat sexually excited by him getting tied up and having to escape. Very funny stuff. Okay, Simpsons. There's a big furor like, oh, they killed off Marge in the series finale of Simpsons. And they fucking did. If you see clickbait headlines about Marge being killed off in The Simpsons, they didn't kill off Marge. It's one of those future ones, and it's Bart and Lisa as adults, like in their 40s or something, and they've got a letter from Marge because she died somewhere in her 70s, and they're reading a letter where Marge wants them to reconcile or whatever. But that's not killing off Marge. They're just saying Marge dies in her 70s. It's ridiculous. Yeah, well, Celtic, I'm getting back into it. So follow me on friggin' Instagram and Twitter and whatnot and Facebook. So yeah, I decided to start doing it. So yeah, which means I guess I'm going to get through the old one. So I probably need. I haven't taken any new photos of street art in ages. So when I go into the city next week, maybe I'll take a few new photos. I don't know. It's a whole thing. So I feel that episode is Bart looking after Homer and Marge. Yeah, and so yeah, you get all this clickbaity shit saying, "Oh, the Simpsons killed off Marge." They didn't. It's just the future. Okay, today is 6:26 with the American method. Yes. What's the relevant of 6:20? Your first car was the best of 626. Nice. My first car was a Volkswagen Beetle that was older than me. My second car was a 70s Toyota Corolla. It was in the 80s, so it was probably a 10-year-old car, 10 to 15-year-old car when I got it. That was a little goer, the Toyota Corolla. Yes, that's a fair statement. So for clickbait traffic, just like attention grabbing shit to get traffic, it's very shallow. But a lot of people were doing it. And it worked because I said, "Oh, who are they killing off?" And it was like, "They killed Marge." And you're reading it, no, they didn't fucking kill Marge. It was one of those. Because anytime they do the future ones, it's not canon because it just keeps changing. So literally, your 626 was an 86 model. You got a 98. Jesus Christ. Yeah, more than 10 years old when you got it. Okay. Another drink before bedtime to send me off. Now, this is a more tropical. Hot tip. Dan's. I don't know if it's still on special. Let me look it up. Dan's has this spiced rum. Barrel strength is like fruit flavored. And I get it sometimes when it's on special, and they have actually had some good specials because it's like 56% ABV. And different fruit flavors. And I get it because it's so strong, you put a little bit in it. Oh yeah, Rockstar Spirits. Okay, hot fucking tip. This is a hot fucking tip. A couple of varieties. All of the Rockstar Spirits, Navy Strength spiced rums, are on special, but some more than others. The pineapple one is the normal price is 75. It's down to 59. But the passion fruit and grapefruit versions, normally 75, down to 45. So I got the passion fruit one. I haven't even opened it yet. But it's like, what's the actual ABV? It's pretty high, like 57%. Now I've got it because for both cocktails and clarified cocktails, and they just a little bit really kicks up a cocktail as well. Oh, okay. Should I do a video about the different types of gin? No, it's not a mid-year stock take sales, Safa. It's just regular sales. But like these ones that are normally 75 and are now 45, fucking get around it. I got the passion fruit one. I haven't even opened it. I might open it tomorrow night. That's a member offer, so you got to be a Dan's member to get that. Andy, going back to work. Have a good day, brother. Love you too. So different types of gin. Celtic's timing too. The classical sorts is London dry. So dry gin. As you get citrusy gins. Old Tom is a sweeter style gin, which is what I was doing before. Slow gin, or just fruity gins. That's a gin liqueur with fruit in it. A lot of Australian makers do gin they just call modern Australian gin. And you get like a whole bunch of sort of subtle or not so subtle variations within that. Yeah, suffer dance member shamefully. Like for reals, for ages I thought I'm not becoming a dance member. That's the mark of a fucking hopeless alcoholic. But then I just saw how good the specials were, and I thought, yeah, I'm getting a dance card. You learned recently from one of my visits SLOE gin, not SLOW. Yeah. So technically, slow SLOE is gin made and flavored with the berry from the blackthorn, which is known as sloe SLOE berries. But that's sort of a general term, nowadays for fruity gins. And most of the fruity gins are more like a liqueur. They're lower ABV than regular gins. But a lot of Australian makers make fruity gins that are 40%. Some slow gins are as low as like 25% alcohol. That's an old style of English gin. That's all good. So I might do a taste test of that high proof Navy strength passion fruit spiced rum on the stream tomorrow night. That seems like a party night thing to do. See if that can push me over into Tim Smith territory. Seems like a thing to do. And I found another interesting sounding cocktail with a lot of orange juice in it. So on Saturday night, when I've used up all the peel on this, I juice it and make, what's it called? I've got it here. I put it on my Trello. It's called a Newport Code Breaker. It's tequila, navy rum. So maybe I could do that passion fruit rum. Advocaat, cream of coconut, and orange juice. Sounds like a fucking treat, quite honestly. Probably going to make that on Saturday night. Before the stream, I'll finish peeling this so I've got some garnishes and juice it. And then I'll make a Newport Code Breaker. Tequila, rum, Advocaat, cream of coconut. I have to make some cream of coconut on Saturday. That's okay, I'll do that. Then I'm ready to make a bunch of pina coladas. Getting caught in the rain. Dun, dun. Oh, hopefully I'll be cooking dinner for ladies. Nice. Tapping out early, that's okay. I'm tapping out soon. No night to you. I hope the dinner's a winner. And that's okay. Okay, I feel a little bit drunk. Last 5 minutes, I'm going to put just a splash of this back in the ice. This is, my excuse is, as always, I'm flavoring the orange peel for Mrs. Angry to put in her hot chocolate in the morning. And above, I trying to see if you have an illegal part. Oh my God. Yes, I'm always keen to you being a force of chaos in your workplace. Or is this an at-home party, Madam Butterfly? Either way, I applaud you being an agent of chaos. Because, big fan of chaos, essentially. Yeah, at work. I thought you'd be doing it at work. That's where you're definitely the agent of chaos in your workplace. All right. So I guess you're meant to be at work when I'm doing party night stream, so we might get an update from you. So that'll be a fun little addition to party night tomorrow night. We'll see what's what. I've still got the bottle things I've got here. That's my last jam cocktail. I've still got a bit. Tomorrow night, might ask Mrs. Angry if she wants a bit of that. That is that's the rhubarb jam cocktail, which I call rhubarb. All right. Have a couple sips of that. Do a final breathalyzer, because after drinking the mineral water, I had several drinkies, and I can feel them. I don't think I'm Tim Smith yet. I don't think I'm actually even close to Tim Smith. I feel like I definitely I'm in the do not drive territory, but I'm just going to bed anyway, so that's okay. Get that happening. And sip this. A little bit of water. Okay, this is just a pre-bedtime breathalyzer. Doing its little countdown. No one does this. It's does a countdown from 100 down to 0. It's just setting itself. I don't know. I find that a little bit weird. Like the little LCD there is doing that, but it's okay. Oh, there's a picture of a car. I'm just wondering, if you go over 0.05, does it tell you not to? Okay, let's go. .04. Oh, it's actually put. You probably can't see it. What's it doing that? It's put a line through the car, like it's telling me not to drive, even though 0.05 is the limit. But it is telling me not to drive. Yeah, 0.08. There was for a while it was 0.08 in Australia, but now it's 0.05. Anyway, mine's telling me not to drive a car, and I think that's good advice, even though it's saying it's only 0.04. But that's a whole thing. All right, time to eat the cherry. Yeah, Safa, in some states had 0.08 for a while, but it got changed to 0.05 ages ago. Oh my God, there are some really funny videos on YouTube, like when blood alcohol limits got introduced and stuff. People being interviewed in Irish pubs about, there's now an alcohol limit, and all these people saying they're perfectly fine to drive when they're pissed, even though we know pissed people are orders of magnitude more likely to cause an accident than a sober person. But that's okay. That's all the past. Okay, so I've had my cherry. Apparently only reached 0.04 tonight, which honestly, relatively responsible on my part. I'm also not sure. Obviously, Chris mentioned this is not going to be very accurate. This little cheap AF plastic breathalyzer, but I think it remains a fun toy. And it's probably going to amuse me I already ate. Were you not paying attention, Safa? I already ate the cherry. Yeah, there's a little graphic of a car on here, and at 0.04 it told me not to drive, which, as I said, is pretty good advice. All right, I'm going to try once more. Yeah, 0.03, okay. What, still saying don't drive a car? I mean, whatever. I'm a butterfly. Drinking age is 21, you're in the south, so the drinking age is 7. Yeah, I get where you're coming from. All right, it is bedtime, so thank you, fine folk, for joining me this evening. And all things being equal, I will be back for party night tomorrow night. I'm not saying I'm going to deliberately drink a lot to make this have a high reading on here, but it will be fun to see when we hit Tim Smith, because Tim Smith is 0.14. Now, tonight I only got to 0.04, so I have to be way drunker to hit that. Um, Not an encouragement to drink a lot, kids. Drink responsibly, okay? Not grown up or clever to drink alcohol. But I'm going to bed, so I'll see you all another time and say bye for now.
You are totally fucked!